You're watching the OTB television network.
At its best.
At its best.
We're here with George Wolf.
Hello and welcome to the holiday edition of Horses and Courses, the holiday weekend packed with stakes racing action. We're going to start in Kentucky at Churchill Downs, where on Thursday they ran the Fall City Handicap for 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares. Let's head to Churchill in the running of the Fall City.
Off and running in the Fall City Handicap. La Reason sprung out on top. There goes Flying Glitter to take the early lead. Indian Vale and Journey Fever. Flashing Speed as they flash past the stands for the first time. Flying Glitter a neck in front. Indian Vale prompting in second. Journey Fever third. Pampered Princess hustled up into fourth. Rahi's Appeal dives down towards the rail to save some ground into that opening turn. In behind that, Joint Aspirations down along the inside. La Reason splitting fillies. Bending Strings 3 wide. 8 lengths off the pace early. A gap of 4 back to Misfortunate. Another 5 farther back to Christie Beethoven at the back of the pack. On to the backside they go, 23-2. Strong fractions on here. Flying Glitter, Robbie Alvarado doling at her speed, a length and a half in front. Indian Vale and John Velasquez inching up to the outside second. Pampered Princess under early heat, 3 wide racing in third. Rahi's Appeal down at the fence. Journey Fever next by a couple more. La Reason, then Joint Aspiration down along the inside, 7 lengths off the pace. Behind that comes Misfortunate. Then Bending String starts to mount her rally now with a half mile to go and a dozen farther back. A long shot, Christie Beethoven into the far turn, half in 47 seconds flat. Here comes Indian Vale up to the throat latch of Flying Glitter. Now they're stride for stride. Now Indian Vale's on by to take the lead. 3 back to a driving Pampered Princess who's hanging tough in third. La Reason racing fourth by 2. Rahi's Appeal starts to backpedal out of it now, and Misfortunate mounts a rally from the back of the pack as they turn for home at the quarter pole. Indian Vale leads the way by 2.5. Pampered Princess and Eddie Castro trying to get to her second. Then La Reason driving in third, and Misfortunate down to the final furlong. Whip comes out on Indian Vale. She's clear by 4. Pampered Princess game, but second best this afternoon. Indian Vale going on to win impressively in the Fall City. Indian Vale and John Velasquez by a widening 5 in the end. Pampered Princess second, Misfortunate and La Reason in 150-1.
Indian Vale, whose only defeat came in the cotillion at Philadelphia Park earlier this year, returns to the races and stakes company victorious by 6.5 lengths under John Velasquez. Pampered Princess, the horse who had won the Spinster, beating Pleasant Home, who came back to win the Breeders' Cup Distaff, finishing a solid second. Misfortunate rallying from off the pace to finish third. The winner, Indian Vale, is a chestnut 3-year-old daughter of AP Indy from Marley Vale by 49er, bred in Ontario by Eugene Melnick, and owned by the Melnick Racing Stable, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden by John Velasquez. Indian Vale covers the mile and an eighth at Churchill in 150-1. We're going to head right back to Churchill Downs now, and Friday's co-featured Distorted Humor Handicap, $70,000 for older horses sprinting 6.5. Let's join the Distorted Humor in progress.
Quickly up the backside they go. Strength and Honor with Garrett Gomez, 3 parts of a length in front. Pressed by Mike Smith and Siphonizer second. Then 4 farther back on the outside. It's With Distinction racing in third. Splitting horses. Here comes Level Playing Field. Sergeant Burt's up the inside. Without a doubt, 3 wide. Behind that, Coach Jimmy Lee. And here comes Social Probation from the back of the pack. The quarter, 22 1/5 seconds. Rounding the turn to the quarter pole. Siphonizer continued heat on the front running. Strength and Honor. And they'll straighten up right together. With Distinction swung wide for the drive and coming gamely. Level Playing Field has the rail run now. Far outside comes Without a Doubt from the back of the pack. Coach Jimmy Lee down to the final furlong. Strength and Honor, tough as nails, digging in with a neck in front. With Distinction trying to press by. Strength and Honor with Distinction on the outside. Strength and Honor still there with Distinction. Can't get him. Strength and Honor fought them all off to win the Distorted Humor wire to wire. With Distinction second, Social Probation in 115-4.
Strength and Honor picking up yet another victory. Pretty game old-timer at the age of 6, winning by 3/4 of a length on the front end from With Distinction. Social Probation, as usual, launching his late move and finishing third. The winner's Strength and Honor is of 6-year-old Bay Gelding, a son of Carson City, from Dame Avey by Lord Gaylord. Bred in Kentucky by Colts Limited, owned by Requiem Racing Limited, and trained by Chuck Simon. Ridden to victory by Garrett Gomez. Strength and Honor covers the 6.5 furlongs at Churchill in 1:15 and 4. Friday's Grade 2 feature, the Clark Handicap, a $500,000 mile and an eighth for the older horses. Let's head back to Kentucky, the running of the Clark.
Off and running in the Clark. Good even start. It's Magna Graduate popping the gates and taking the lead. Go Now is flashing early speed in second. Purim up the inside. Wrangle back from third. Now Stolen Time gains up with Suave. Joining the leading group early. Chippewa trails on the far outside. Andromeda's Hero, Alumni Hall, ducks in to save some ground. Total Impact fanned out about 7 wide into that first part of the opening turn. And behind that comes Perfect Drift moving up in traffic. 8 lengths off the pace. And it's AP Hero next by 2. And the late running MBC at the back of the pack. The opening quarter was moderate, 24-1. On to the backside they wheel now. They're stride for stride up front. Go Now to the outside. It's Magna Graduate. They're matching stride, noses apart. Suave stalking perfectly, 3 deep in third. Far outside comes Chippewa Trail, tugging hard in fourth. Stolen Time 4 off the pace in fifth. Alumni Hall, a perfect rail run through along the inside. And behind that comes Total Impact, a couple farther back to Purim, who's about 9 lengths off the pace. AP Hero just to the outside of Perfect Drift, yet to commence his rally. Then Andromeda's Hero, and MBC continues a dozen lengths off the pacemakers around the far turn. Half in 48 and 2/5 seconds on that turn now. Magna Graduate pokes a nose in front. Go Now second, and here comes Suave to pounce on the top pair and get first crack from third. And Purim is gearing it up, tipped off the fence by Gary Stevens. Perfect Drift mounts his rally now. AP Hero on the far outside. He's fat out about 10 wide. It's wide open as they turn for home. And the Clark Handicap. Suave trying to put away a stubborn Magna Graduate. He can't get by at the 8th pole. Here comes Perfect Drift down the center of the track. Suave a nose in front. Magna Graduate tough along the inside. Suave a nostril to Magna Graduate coming back on. Magna Graduate or Suave a head bobber down to the line of Thriller in the Clark. Noses apart. Magna Graduate a nostril to Suave racing second in the Clark Handicap. And 5 back to another photo for the show.
Magna Graduate now on a 3-race win streak, moving in against his elders off of victories in the Pegasus and the Discovery, and now has a grade 2 credit against older horses, including Suave and Perfect Drift, who are both major stakes rivals in this field. A very nice effort by Magna Graduate, showing good early speed, running on very strongly through the stretch to beat Suave by a head. The winner, Magna Graduate, a 3-year-old Dark Bay or Brown Son of Honor grades from Peacock Alley by Fast Play, was bred in Kentucky by Nicole Zatani and Ramon Rangel, owned by Elizabeth Alexander and trained by Todd Pletcher. Ridden to victory by John Velasquez, Magna Graduate covers the mile and an eighth at Churchill in 1:50 and 4. Right back to Churchill Downs for more stakes racing action. On Saturday, the Grade 2 $200,000 Goldenrod for 2-year-old fillies. Let's head back to Kentucky in the Goldenrod.
Off and running in the Goldenrod. She says it best to the front from the far outside. Dance Daily flashing early speed. Baudelaire charging up the inside. Magnificent Song now. French Park will settle down into fourth. 'Tis Time to Connect racing fifth. Then Dance Daily in between fillies in sixth. On the inside, Lady Danza next by 2. To Giant Commander, the early trailer. They really go quickly around that first turn. They string out Baudelaire and Rafael Bejarano opening up a length and a quarter. She says it best. Will track off her heels in second. Magnificent Song third by 4 more. 'Tis Time to Connect up to Clear Crest fourth now. French Park's racing in fifth. Passed up by Dance Daily, then Lady Danza and 3 back to Giant Commander. 23 and 3. A sprightly opening fraction up the backside they go. Stride for stride now. She says it best gets a nose in front of Baudelaire. A big speed duel up front. A gap of 5 back to Magnificent Song third. 'Tis Time to Connect up the inside, racing fourth by 3 more to Lady Danza now. French Park inching up at a contender. contention. 3 wide is Dance Daily. Another gap of 3 back to Giant Commander. At the back of the pack, 12 front to back, half and 47 and 1. Around the far turn, She Says It Best won the speed duel and opens up to the quarter pole. Beau Dare didn't go with her. 5 back to Magnificent Song. Whip comes out on French Park. Lady Danza's gaining ground, and 'tis time they connect up the inside off the turn in the stretch drive. She Says It Best. Eddie Martin, a confident peek back. He starts to ride. She Says It Best by 4 now. French Park's trying to wear her down from the inside. Lady Danza far outside, and Beau Dare. She Says It Best full bore. Here comes French Park on the outside. She Says It Best. French Park lunging at her. She Says It Best digs in. French Park surging. French Park in the final strides to win the goldenrod over a stubborn She Says It Best, and Lady Danza third in 147 and 1.
French Park, another nice effort by this 2-year-old filly who runs her record to 3 for 3 here, rallying from well off the pace to win by 3/4 going away over She Says It Best and Lady Danza. The winner, French Park, is a grayer-roan 2-year-old daughter of Ecton Park from Alarming Prospect by Darn That Alarm. She was bred in Kentucky by Marvin Delfiner and is owned by Steve Stan Stables, trained by Helen Pitts and ridden to victory by Mark Guidry. French Park covers the mile and is 16th at Churchill in 147 and 1. Next up, we're going to head back into Restricted Stakes Company in the Dream Supreme, a $70,000 sprint for fillies and mares. Let's join the Dream Supreme in progress.
No Yoris Catita and John Jacinto nearly a length in front. Injustice inching up second. Savor the Time third. 10 Carat Ruby reunited right there in mid-pack. A close-up fourth. Beautiful Bets on the inside. Then Hide and Chic. Next by 4 to Valiant Dancer in 5. Back to Explovacious at the back of the pack. The quarter 23 and 2. So not that strong a pace up front. Around the turn they go. There goes Injustice swinging up to take the lead. Now opening up nearly a length. No Yoris Catita second. Reunited in between fillies. Savor the Time is charging on the far outside as they straighten away on the stretch drive. Injustice with a neck in front. Savor the Time. 10 Carat Ruby on the far outside trying to get involved. Beautiful Bets along the inside. Down to the final furlong. Injustice and Eddie Martin by a length and a quarter. Savor the Time trying to close the gap to the outside. Injustice digging in and drawing away the final strides. Injustice winning the Dream Supreme by 2 at the wire. Savor the Time was second. Tight for third. 10 Carat Ruby or Beautiful Bets.
Injustice. This is a horse that had pulled off a couple of upsets in her career here. Another one at 10 to 1 near the front end every step of the way and winning by a length and 3/4 over Savor the Time with 10 Carat Ruby back in the third spot. The winner, Injustice, is a grayer-roan 4-year-old daughter of Leap de Justice from Mellow But Bold by Nasty and Bold. Bred in Kentucky by Mountjoy Stable and Dan Dressel. Owned by Turf Express Incorporated and D&E Yates Limited. Trained by Wayne Catalano and ridden to victory by Eddie Martin Jr. Injustice covers the 6.5 furlongs at Churchill in 117 and 2. More 2-year-olds on the docket on Saturday afternoon in the Kentucky Jockey Club Stakes, a grade 2 for 2-year-olds. Let's head back down to Churchill and the Kentucky Jockey Club.
Off and running in the Kentucky Jockey Club. Off a step slow was Great Point number 2. It's the gray Height Regency straight to the front. Private Vow flashing good speed between horses, and High Cotton on the inside going quickly into that first turn. Red Raymond came away racing fourth. Cat Coming At You settles down in mid-pack racing fifth, a length and a half. Great Point picks it up after that slow start, and International Cat is at the back of the pack. 7 front to back on that opening turn now. It's High Cotton and Robbie Alvarado setting the pace. 3 parts of a length in front. Private Vow and Sean Bridgeman in hand and tracking off his flank in second. There goes Height Regency on the outside, the gray into third. Red Raymond down on the inside racing in fourth by a length and a half more to Great Point. Then Cat Coming At You and International Cat at the back of a bunch field, just 5 lengths front to back here, and the opening quarter was fairly slow, 24 and 1/5 seconds. It's High Cotton carving out the fractions, just half a side in front now. Private Vow turns up the pressure from second, and Red Raymond on the inside racing third. The gray Height Regency far outside. Great Point and Cat Coming At You, and at the back International Cat around the far turn, half in 48 and 4/5 seconds on that turn. High Cotton and neck in front. Private Vow waiting to pounce on him under Bridgeman second. Height Regency runs a big one, a clear cut third. Red Raymond under pressure on the inside racing in fourth now. Then Great Point and Cat Coming At You. They turn for home. It's Private Vow cut loose by Bridgeman taking the lead and opening up now by 2. High Cotton couldn't hang flying with him. Height Regency plugs away gamely on the far outside. 5 back to the rest inside the final furlong. Whips out on Private Vow. Private Vow by 2. Height Regency game on the outside, but second best Private Vow. And Sean Bridgman winning the Kentucky Jockey Club. High Cotton battle back to regain the place. Height Regency third, then Red Raymond in 1:45 and 4.
Private Vow, you may remember him as the horse with the broken rein in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Here returning to very nice form. He had won a couple of races leading into the Breeders' Cup, including the Futurity at Belmont Park. Here, Sean Bridgman picks up the mount. He sits just off the pace set by High Cotton and draws off by 2 1/4 lengths as the odds-on choice. High Cotton holds on for second as Height Regency makes up a little bit of a 5-wide bid to finish third. The winner, Private Vow, is a 2-year-old dark bay or brown son of Broken Vow from Smooth as Silk by Deputy Minister. He was bred in Kentucky by Mr. and Mrs. R. Witt and Mr. and Mrs. L. Scataglia. Owned by Mike McCarty and trained by Steve Asmussen, ridden to victory by Sean Bridgman. Private Vow completes the mile and is 16th at Churchill Downs in 1:45 and 4. We're going to pause now for a brief commercial message, and when we return, we'll be heading to Laurel, Woodbine, and Hollywood Park. Please stay with us.
Voice recognition.
Well, my experience with the satellite was a disaster right from the beginning.
The equipment constantly breaking down.
I spent a tremendous amount of money on it.
The worst part of having the satellite is the customer service.
I'm getting rid of the satellite, and I'm going with Time Warner.
I like the service.
They're always so nice.
I've never had a problem.
You need to switch over because you will be so happy.
I love it.
I'm Amy from Schenectady, and I made the switch to Time Warner Cable.
Ditch the dish and make the switch. Call Time Warner Cable today.
BeepBeep.com. BeepBeep.com.
Drive home with your car from Fusillo Chevrolet and BeepBeep.com.
Horses, we're going to continue now with a pair of juvenile stakes from Maryland this weekend. On Saturday, they ran the Toddler Stakes for 2-year-old fillies. Let's head to Laurel in the running of the Toddler.
And they're off. Quick in the stride, Celestial Legend. Sea Pines. The outside is Due to Shine, settling in third. Between is Painted Rose fourth. Ardmore Prospect now moving forward with early speed from fifth all the way up to second. They're going to try to engage Celestial Legend up the backstretch. Celestial Legend by a neck going a quick pace. Ardmore Prospect tugging on the inside. Now they're firing up a good quick quarter here. Opening up 2.5 in third is Sea Pines. Painted Rose is next in fourth. Break up 3 more lengths and Due to Shine, followed by Monster Image and Anna Lane is the trailer. Ardmore Prospect, the spoiler up on the inside at 40-1, going a quick pace by a half length. Celestial Legend is handling the heat on the outside. Sea Pines in a good stalking spot, though, as this duel develops up front. 5 off that lead. Painted Rose is in fourth. Anna Lane still about 8 lengths to make up. Passing Monster Image, dropping out is Due to Shine. They're midway on the turn. Celestial Legend the leader. Ardmore Prospect first to back off. Sea Pines another 2.5. Painted Rose is next, followed by Anna Lane, still 8 from the front. They're at the top of the stretch. Celestial Legend getting a tap to go on by 3 lengths. Sea Pines are main danger on the outside. Celestial Legend shifting over to the inside, but still straight now with 1 furlong to go. Is straightened up here by Vogelsonger. Celestial Legend in front by 3 with Sea Pines in second. Anna Lane trying to pick up third from Painted Rose. They're close to home now. Celestial Legend handled a quick quarter up front. Celestial Legend going to do it by 3. Big effort from Sea Pines for second. Third was Painted Rose. Fourth, Anna Lane.
Celestial Legend, Ryan Fogelsonger aboard, getting the victory near the front end every step of the way by a steady 3 through the lane over Sea Pines with Painted Rose back in the third spot. The winner, Celestial Legend, is a chestnut 2-year-old daughter of City Zip from Lunar's Legend by Polish Numbers. Bred in Maryland by William Fitzgibbons and David Wade, owned by David Menard and Richard Schultz, and trained by Dale Capuano, ridden to victory by Ryan Fogelsonger. Celestial Legend covers the 7 furlongs at Laurel in 1:25 and 3. 2-year-old Colton Geldings in the H. Stewart Mitchell Stakes next up, also 7 furlongs at Laurel. Let's head back down to Laurel in the running of the Mitchell.
And they're off. High Flying Emblem 9 best. There's the speed of Preferred Lender. They're joined by Dance Hall Fever sprinting through out of the fence. Crafty Tricker is 5th off the quartet. The outside is Scruples in. I'm only 2.5 off the lead. Clecu has 1 beaten at this point. It's Sound Moon, the trailer. Pretty good pace going though. Preferred Lender by a neck from 9 best. High Flying Emblem. Dance Hall Fever 4th inside. Scruples in is next. Crafty Tricker rating along 7 lengths in the front. Clecu has about 9 to make up at this point, and Sound Moon, that trailer. Cooking pace now with 9 best and Preferred Lender. Preferred Lender at the fence, just holding ahead in front. High Flying Emblem is right there off the dueling duo, and Dance Hall Fever. Scruples in's got 5 to make up. Clecu is still 7 from the front. Then Crafty Tricker coming under pressure, and Sound Moon is last of all with 3/8 of a mile left to go in the H. Stuart Mitchell Stakes. 9 best putting away Preferred Lender. Now Dance Hall Fever's taken 3rd. High Flying Emblem. Crafty Tricker on the inside. Clecu still 8 off that lead. Scruples in, no fire, and Sound Moon's back there as Scruples in's dropped out to last. Turning for home, 9 best opens daylight by 4 lengths. 9 best the leader by 4 from Dance Hall Fever. Crafty Tricker, Clecu, and Preferred Lender weakens up, and High Flying Emblem, they've got a furlong to go. 9 best, Dance Hall Fever rolling into 2nd. Dance Hall Fever's got every chance to get the 9 best, but 9 best determined. 9 best in front, 2 lengths. 9 best fully extended. 9 best to take the H. Stuart Mitchell. Dance Hall Fever was 2nd. It's tight 3rd. Crafty Tricker and Clecu.
9 best picking up the victory here in pretty game fashion on the front end, not unlike the sister stakes race to this. 9 best showing good early speed, drawing off by 2.5 at 10-1 over Dance Hall Fever, with the favorite Crevecoeur back in the 3rd spot after having a little bit of traffic trouble in about the quarter pole or so. He found himself in a little bit on the tight side. The winner, 9 best, is a chestnut gelded son of Crafty Friend from Quick as a Wink by De Niro. Bred in Kentucky by Rabbit's Foot Stable and owned by Aracrest Racing Limited, trained by Flint Stites, and ridden to victory by Rodney Sedin. 9 best covers the 7 furlongs at Laurel in 1:26.2. Going to head north of the border now in the display for 2-year-olds, $125,000 at Woodbine. Let's join the display in progress.
Louis Nakia and Simon Husbands. As they head for the far turn, Bridgecut has no excuses, camped at the flank of Louis Nakia. Italiano's out wide, top authorities 2 lengths off the lead. Edenwald's being scrubbed on with less than 3/8 to go. Seaside Retreat has 5 lengths to make up. Ports and Porsches, Badge of Truth is trying to gain some ground as they come to the quarter pole in the display. Louis Nakia, Bridgecut is set down. Italiano on the far outside. A wall of horses in front of Edenwald. Seaside Retreat is coming with a bid. Edenwald has some room at the rail. Seaside Retreat comes on the outside of the 8th pole to take the lead and widen now with every stride. Seaside Retreat, an open length winner of the display. A late running Ports and Porsches defeats Bridgecut for 2nd money. Bridgecut was 3rd and Louis Nakia 4th.
Seaside Retreat and Pat Husbands picking up the victory from well off the pace, closing 4 wide with a sweeping move about a furlong or so out, widening the margin to 3 3/4 lengths as they cross the finish line in front of Ports and Porsches. Bridgecut, who showed good early speed in a stalking position, forcing the pace early and fading to finish 3rd. The winner, Seaside Retreat, is a bay 2-year-old son of King Cougat from She's Like Row by Boundary. Bred in Kentucky by Centennial Farms and William S. Farish Jr., owned by William S. Farish Jr. and trained by Mark Cassie. Ridden to victory by Pat Husbands, Seaside Retreat covers the mile in a 16th at Woodbine in 1:43.4. Next, going to head out to California. Unfortunately, this weekend's anticipated Festival of Turf at Hollywood Park was canceled because of the problems with their turf course. They did add a couple of stakes races for juveniles. We're going to begin with the Real Quiet, $100,000 for the 2-year-olds. Let's head to Hollywood in the running of the Real Quiet.
They're off. Slow start for Icy Ridge, good start for both Objective and Kissin' Night. Kissin' Night takes over the lead. Bob and John runs up between horses and takes 2nd. Now Objective will sit 3rd on the outside. Kissin' Night is race riding the favorite at the first turn. He floated him just a bit wide, so Bob and John is 2nd with Kissin' Night. the front runner. At the rail goes Genre, and the slow start has Icy Ridge at the back of the pack. Kissin' Night and Bob and John are 1-2, and Kissin' Night leads by a neck. Bob and John is second by a length and a half. Genre is a bit ranked to the backstretch. He's tucked in at the rail third. Just outside of him, it's Objective. They're together second and third and fourth now, and about 2 from the front. And the trailer is still Icy Ridge as they head up the backstretch. Kissin' Night well off the rail, continuing to try to float Bob and John out up the backside, and Kissin' Night leads by a measured neck. Bob and John alongside in second. He'll have to stay outside of Kissin' Night. They're at the 4.5. 2 lengths to Objective and Genre. In with chances. Genre's nearest the rail, and the rail will be wide open, and now he's going to take it. Genre moves through within a half length of the lead. Then comes Icy Ridge, and they leave the backstretch. Kissin' Night continues to lead, but Bob and John is just outside of him, and Bob and John puts half ahead in front. Kissin' Night battles right back inside of him. These two are still 2 lengths clear of Genre, who's at the rail. Objective is 3 deep. Icy Ridge is the trailer, and they run to the top of the stretch in the first real quiet stakes, and Bob and John is getting away now. It is Bob and John, a length and a half in front of Kissin' Night in second. Genre's at the rail. Objective to the center of the track, but Bob and John has run away. It is Bob and John, and look at him level out beautifully. Bob and John now 5 in front, going to be close for second. Bob and John in front. Bob and John won by 7 in the end. Very close for second. Maybe Kissin' Night by an inch over Genre. Icy Ridge might have been fourth.
That was Bob and John kicking clear for a 6-length victory, a rather easy win, but unfortunately he was not to maintain it. He and Kissin' Night running 1-2 every step of the way around the racetrack. Kissin' Night apparently trying to get out. Bob and John did cross his path, and there was a disqualification because Genre was able to get his nose up on the rail into the second spot. Bob and John had to be placed third behind Kissin' Night, and as a result, Genre ends up with his first stakes victory in his first try in the United States. Genre is a 2-year-old bay colt, a son of Orpin out of Indigo Blue by Pistolet Blue. He was bred in Great Britain by T.E. Pocock and is owned by David and Paula Mueller. Trained by Ben Cecil and ridden to victory by Martine Pedroza, Genre covers the mile or gets credit for the mile and a 16th rather in 1:43 and 4. The other 2-year-old stakes race that was added to the weekend's program was the Sharp Cat, a $100,000 mile and a 16th for 2-year-old fillies. Let's head back to Hollywood and the running of the Sharp Cat.
They're off. Good start for Cross and Balance. They break 1-2, Make Mine Minnie and My Little Monkey on the move. And there goes Make Mine Minnie all the way through to take over the lead. My Little Monkey will now sit fourth. Tallulah Lula and Evening Escort are next. Then I Can See. And the early trailer is Sweet 40. Make Mine Minnie and Balance to the backstretch. Make Mine Minnie is a half length in front. Balance is second by a length and 3/4. Then comes My Little Monkey at the rail and Cross just outside of her. Tallulah Lula is about to join those two 3 deep, and Tallulah Lula is a tugging 5th, could go up into 3rd soon. It's 4 lengths to Evening Escort and I Can See. They're both about 5.5 from the front. Sweet 40 is a length behind them as they head up the backstretch in the first running of the Sharp Cat Stakes, and Balance has taken over the front. It is Balance now a tight length in front of a threesome chasing, headed up by Tallulah Lula and Cross, who moved together 2nd and 3rd. Make Mine Minnie, who was in front going into the backstretch, is now back to 4th and 2.5 lengths off the lead. My Little Monkey is 5th with 4.5 to come. Sweet 40's out of last place. She's 5 off the lead. Evening Escort and I Can See have dropped out of it, and they round the far turn. Balance and Tallulah Lula. These two are 1-2, and Balance has the lead. Sweet 40 is up into 3rd now, and if she finds a way through, could be tough. Sweet 40's 2 from the front. My Little Monkey is next, and Balance is the one to beat off the top of the turn. It is Balance in front by 2 lengths. Sweet 40 has now moved into 2nd, and it looks like it's down to these two. Balance to the final furlong. Gonna have to hold off an on-rushing Sweet 40, who's within a length and a half of the lead and closing with every stride. Balance is in front. Sweet 40 to the outside. Balance tough to get by. Sweet 40 second best. Balance wins the Sharp Cat. Balance beat Sweet 40 by a length and a half. It was 7 to Tallulah Lula. I Can See finished 4th.
Balance and Victor Espinoza picking up the victory by a length and 3/4 on the front end over the late charging Sweet 40, with Tallulah Lula pressing the pace in the early going, making a 4 wide bid and holding on for 3rd. The winner, Balance, is a 2-year-old bay daughter of Thunder Gulch from Vertigineux by Chris S., bred in Kentucky by Maverick Production Limited and is owned by Ammerman Racing, trained by David Hoffmans and ridden to victory by Victor Espinoza. Balance covers the mile in a 16th at Hollywood in 1:42 and 2. We're going to pause now for one more brief message, and when we return, we'll be heading to the Big A. And over the weekend, we had a couple of great races from Tokyo. We'll bring those to you as well. Please stay with us.
Before Cosmopolitans in New York, there was cheesecake in Miami.
Let me tell you two a story. No.
These 4 outrageous women will keep you laughing for hours. The Golden Girls, the complete second season, on a special DVD box set.
With each passing year, our bodies begin to sag, our faces begin to wrinkle. It's only a question of time until I'll end up looking like the two of you.
Relive all 26 smart and sassy episodes from their second straight Emmy Award-winning season.
Isn't this fun? Dorothy, you haven't even touched your Mr. Ha-Ha dog.
I touched it. Including this rare cameo from the young George Clooney and
Mr. Burt Reynolds.
Hope so, otherwise I got the wrong underwear on.
Arrested for prostitution. I can't believe these dumb cops would think anyone would pay money to sleep with you.
The Golden Girls, the complete second season. All 26 episodes for 2 payments of $19.98. Order with your credit card and your shipping and handling is free.
Welcome back to Horses and Courses. We're going to continue now at the Big A. On Thursday, they ran the fall high weight handicap, $100,000 for older sprinters. Unfortunately, this race that used to have a restriction on it that the high weight had to be assigned 140 pounds ends up with a pretty light impost for most of these horses, carrying somewhere in the mid 120 range. Let's head down to New York, the running of the fall high weight.
And they're off. Attila Storm, sharp break from the inside post. Voodoo is there, Thunder Touch, and there goes All Hail Stormy. All Hail Stormy comes away with the lead. Redskin Warrior now moves second on the outside. Attila Storm third toward the rail. Voodoo fourth. Yankee Mon far outside. Fifth and close to the pace, only 2 lengths from it. And then Thunder Touch back running in sixth, followed by Mr. Whitestone, Sir Greeley, and Longshot Superfuse at the back of the pack. Racing for the far turn, 22 flat was that first quarter, and Attila Storm has come through on the inside, short lead. All Hail Stormy right there. Redskin Warrior is keeping pace with those two. 3 furlongs out. Now it's Redskin Warrior up for a short lead. Attila Storm on the inside. All Hail Stormy. Voodoo looms a threat on the outside, running along in fourth. Sir Greeley just in behind a wall of horses. In fifth, Thunder Touch, Yankee Man. On the far outside, Mr. Whitestone, Superfuse. Wide open, coming into the last furlong here. And it's Attila Storm who comes away with the lead. Voodoo takes a run at him with 1 furlong to go here. Superfuse on the far outside. Closing ground, Sir Greeley. Redskin Warrior up to the inside, coming down to the finish. Attila Storm, Voodoo, and Superfuse. A driving finish with Attila Storm to win the 92nd fall high weight by a neck. Pablo Morales was aboard the winner. Voodoo finished second, and Superfuse was third.
Attila Storm, coming out of a very big performance in the Breeders' Cup Sprint, finished fourth that day, sticking around for a nice piece of the purse and the piece of the superfecta. Here gets the victory by a neck over Voodoo, a game horse for course, with Superfuse at 28-1, rallying from well back to finish third. The winner, Attila's Storm, is a 3-year-old bay colt, a Son of Forest Wildcat from Sweet Symmetry by Magisterial. Bred in Kentucky by Lejos Kanye and is owned by Barry Schwartz, Wachtel Stable, Double S Stable, and Browse Stable. Trained by Rick Schosberg and ridden to victory by Pablo Morales. Attila's Storm covers the 6 furlongs in 109-1. Thursday stakes feature at the Big A, the Delta Airlines Top Flight Handicap, 3-year-olds and up, fillies and mares going a mile. Let's head back down to New York in the Delta Airlines Top Flight.
And they're off. And her sister and Stellar Jane. And from the inside, here's Bohemian Lady who's racing toward the lead. A song in A minor is there in between horses. Moving up the backstretch. A song in A minor and Ender's Sister. On the inside, Bohemian Lady took a little awkward step there, back third, but only briefly, as Bohemian Lady has come on to take the lead. Bohemian Lady and a last song pressing from second. On the outside, Ender's Sister is third. On the far outside, Stellar Jane, the favorite, is fourth. 3 lengths back, Seeking the Ante is fifth. Arik is sixth. Last song, seventh toward the inside, and Cloak of Vagueness trails the field. Down the backstretch. Bohemian Lady, pressed by a song in A minor. Ender's Sister, Bailey keeping after Stellar Jane. Only 2.5 lengths from the front runner, Bohemian Lady, as they hit the half-mile pole. The quarter in 22 and 3. A grueling half here in 45 seconds flat for Bohemian Lady, the leader on the far turn. A last song couldn't quite stay with her. Stellar Jane making a move with 3 furlongs to go. She's second now, and her sister is now third. A Song in A minor is back to fourth. It's a break of another 5 lengths back, and Cloak of Vagueness now advancing on the far outside, followed by Seeking the Ante. The field turns for home. Bohemian Lady comes wide off the turn, but still in front. Stellar Jane has been in a drive for a quarter mile now, but she's still second with 1 furlong to go. Bohemian Lady running erratically through the stretch, but still is clear. On the outside, Stellar Jane coming now with a final try. 100 yards from home, Bohemian Lady and Stellar Jane, who's surging. Stellar Jane, who surges to get it in the final strides. Beating Bohemian Lady by a neck, Seeking the Ante and Cloak of Vagueness.
Stellar Jane is going to go out a winner. She is being retired following this performance after a disappointment in the Breeders' Cup. She returns with a solid effort right near the pace, as she likes to run just off the pace set by Bohemian Lady, who held on well for second. Seeking the Ante, rallying as is her usual running style, to finish in the third spot. The winner, Stellar Jane, is a 4-year-old gray or roan daughter of Wild Rush from To the Hunt by Relaunch. Bred in Kentucky by Wind Hill Farm and owned by Godolphin Racing, trained by Saeed bin Suror and ridden to victory by Jerry Bailey. Stellar Jane runs the mile at the Big A in 1:35 and 4. Right back to Aqueduct for a couple of stakes races over the weekend, starting on Saturday with the Demoiselle 2-year-old fillies going the stretch out distance of 9 furlongs. Let's head back to New York in the Demoiselle.
And they're off. Cinderella's Dream racing for the lead. So too is Love Locket, and at the rail, Wait a While. So they race for the first turn, and Wait a While with that inside post has made the lead. It's Wait a While in front. And Cinderella's Dream trying to tuck in behind in second as Wait a While steps out early to lead by 3. Cinderella's Dream runs in second. Wonder Lady Annelle just outside of Love Locket, and Better Now is just loping along and allowed to trail the field. Well in hand is Better Now behind an opening quarter of 24 and 2 by Wait a While. Wait a While bounds clear to a 2.5 length lead. Jerry Bailey trying to throttle down that speed just a bit, but is moving easily and uncontested down the backstretch. Wait a While just sailing along. Cinderella's Dream continues on in second, and then it's Wonder Lady Annelle just outside of Love Locket, and Better Now continues a restrained fifth, and they sauntered through an opening half of 49 and 4/5 seconds. That middle quarter down the backstretch was 25 and 2 here for Wait a While, and they still haven't come after Wait a While. Still breezing along, uncontested, clear by 3. Cinderella's Dream now gets a little nudge there, 3 furlongs to go. Wonder Lady Annelle on the outside third. Wait a While meanders through 3 quarters in 1:14 and 4. Now they're getting closer. Here comes Cinderella's Dream. Here comes Wonder Lady Annelle on the outside, and they turn for home. Cinderella's Dream now short lead. Wonder Lady Annelle on the outside, and Wait a While now third at the rail. 1 furlong to go now, and it is Wonder Lady Annelle in front. Cinderella's Dream is second. Wait a While is now back to third. Coming down to the line, Wonder Lady Annelle sprinting through the stretch to win it by 2 on the wire. Cinderella's Dream was second, and Wait a While was third.
Wonder Lady Annelle overlooked in the wagering, the longest shot on the board at over 10 to 1. Nice effort last time out in the Frizette. They skipped the Breeders' Cup with her, and here returns victorious at a surprisingly large mutual. Cinderella's Dream, coming in off of a nice performance in New York bred stakes, stretches out well to finish second. Wait a While settles for the third spot. The winner, Wonder Lady Annelle, is a 2-year-old daughter of Real Quiet from Ancho by Wild Zone. She was bred in Kentucky by Dan White and Highland Farm, owned by Sanford Robbins. IEAH Stable, Orchard Kids Stable, and Steve Simon, trained by Richard Dutrow and ridden to victory by John Velasquez. Wonder Lady Annelle covers the mile and an eighth in the Demoiselle in 1:52 and 2. Next up, the Remsen, another event for 2-year-olds, this time a grade 2 $200,000 mile and an eighth for the Colts and Geldings. Let's head back to the Big A and the Remsen.
They're in the gate. And they're off. Park him on Broadway and Bluegrass Cat, and it's Bluegrass Cat to be the leader as they hit the first turn. Flashy Bull on the outside, ranging up now to be second, and Parkham on Broadway is third. On the inside, Pegasus by Storm, Congo King. Now Congo King moves up to be fourth. Pegasus by Storm fifth toward the inside. Park Avenue Princess sixth. Fagan's Legacy under a light hold near the back of the pack, and Emerson Gold trails the field as they begin that run into the backstretch. It's Bluegrass Cat being pushed along by Flashy Bull through a quarter in 24 and 2/5 seconds. Congo King in the clear in third. Parkham on Broadway rides the rails, runs comfortably while in fourth position, and then it's Park Avenue Prince in fifth, followed by Pegasus by Storm in sixth position, about 7 lengths from the lead now. And then it's Fagan's Legacy. The trailer is immersed in gold midway down the backstretch run. The opening half mile was 49 seconds flat. Moderate fractions for front running. Bluegrass Cat into the far turn. Still holding that lead over Flashy Bull. There goes Congo King, who sent 3 wide after the lead now. Congo King, and Congo King runs in third with Parkham on Broadway, fourth toward the inside. Park Avenue Prince, Fagan's Legacy. Pegasus by Storm under the whip and struggling, and Immersed in Gold well behind the rest. They're coming to the top of the stretch. Bluegrass Cat and Flashy Bull, they're full out as they race by the quarter pole. Flashy Bull's on the outside, and Bluegrass Cat, and there's absolutely nothing between them. It's nip and tuck into the final furlong for those two. Parkham on Broadway third as Bluegrass Cat digs down. A stubborn Bluegrass Cat holds that lead. Flashy Bull took a powerful run at him, but will be second. Bluegrass Cat the winner by 2 on the wire. Flashy Bull second. Parkham on Broadway and Park Avenue Prince.
Bluegrass Cat puts together yet another nice victory after winning the Nashua. Kicks clear here to win by a length and 3/4 over the game. Flashy Bull, Parkham on Broadway, rallies into the third spot. The winner, Bluegrass Cat, a 2-year-old bay, son of Stormcat out of She's a Winner by AP Indy, bred in Kentucky by the Windstar Farm and owned by the breeder, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden victory by John Velasquez. Bluegrass Cat covers the 9 furlongs at the Big A in 1:52 and 1. The big event on the day on Saturday, the Grade 1 Cigar Mile, the final Grade 1 of the NYRA season, and this is $350,000. Older horses at the flat mile out of the chute. Let's head back to New York in the Cigar Mile.
And they're off. Mass Media on the far outside, Value Plus. Silver Wagon is right there. Badge of Silver has come out running in fourth. Scrappy T in Straight Line is now 6th toward the inside. Bolero behind horses in 7th position, followed by Guy Gistaro's 8th by 2. Then it's Purge and Stretch Running Imperialism. Host is the last of them all, 12 lengths from the leader. The long shot leader, Value Plus. Mass Media on the outside, Badge of Silver, Jerry Bailey keeping after Badge of Silver. Mass Media is third, Scrappy T is fourth. Straight Line shuffled back now 5th toward the inside, followed by Silver Wagon 6th as they approach the half-mile pole. Then Bolero, Guy Star, Purge, Imperialism still better than a dozen lengths out of it. Host well behind. The half was 45 seconds flat around the far turn. And it's 55 to 1 Value Plus. Mass Media just a length behind in second. Scrappy T is third. Badge of Silver is tailing off in fourth. Guy Star's getting underway on the outside, and he's moving in tandem with Silver Wagon. Those two about 5 lengths from the lead now. Then Straight Line, followed by Purge, who splits horses. They turn for home, and it's still Value Plus. Mass Media is right alongside as they come down to the last furlong here. Mass Media roused to the lead by Alex Solis, but Purge is charging hard on him as they come down to the finish, and it is Purge in front, followed by Mass Media and Guy Star, and Purge pulls it off. He's a 25 to 1 winner of the Hillendale Cigar Mile. Mass Media was second, Guy Star was third, and Silver Wagon was fourth.
It's not often you get a 25 to 1 shot winning for the Todd Pletcher operation, but here you have one as Garrett Gomez and Todd Pletcher hook up with a victory by Purge, sneaking through between horses to get the win by 3 3/4 over Mass Media, and the late charging Guy Star in this Grade 1 victory to close out his racing career. The winner, Purge, a 4-year-old bay colt, a son of Pulpit from Copeland's Bid Gal by Copeland, was bred in Kentucky by Glory Days Breeding, owned by Starlight Stable Limited, Paul Saylor et al., trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden to victory by Garrett Gomez. Purge covers the mile at the Big A in 1:34.1. We're going to head back to Aqueduct for Sunday's stakes feature, the Montauk for New York bred fillies and mares at 1 1/8 miles. Let's head back to New York in the Montauk.
Fleet Indian going head-to-head with the lamp is lit in the first furlong here. Lone Tree comes away 3 wide into the turn. In between horses, Star Celebrity. Shady Lane gets a good spot early on the inside, and Angel Dancer is the trailer. Around the first turn, and Fleet Indian matching strides early on with the lamp is lit. Matching strides through 1/4 in 24 3/5 seconds. Just in behind them, a very keen Star Celebrity. Mike Luzzy trying to settle her down now. She's just on the inside of Lone Tree. At the back are Shady Lane and Angel Dancer as they continue their run up the backstretch. There'll be no backstretch breather for Fleet Indian as the lamp is lit is going to run with her all the way. 5 furlongs from the die, and the quarter went in 24 3. The half in 50 seconds flat. Fleet Indian 3/4 of a length. The lamp is lit still with her on the outside second. Star Celebrity just in behind the lead and running in third. And then it's Lone Tree, followed by Shady Lane and Angel Dancer on hold at the back of the pack. The field moving around the far turn. Fleet Indian and the lamp is lit still glued to her. 2 lengths back to Star Celebrity, followed by Lone Tree. Angel Dancer now about 5.5 lengths from the lead with Shady Lane as they approach the top of the stretch. Fleet Indian still in front and holds on to that lead by a half length. The lamp is lit. Star Celebrity giving her cue down toward the inside. Lone Tree, Angel Dancer, and Shady Lane. Top of the stretch now, and it's Fleet Indian, confidently ridden by Johnny Velasquez. Just a hand ride and a peek back for Star Celebrity, who's a length and a half away. Then it's Shady Lane, now third toward the inside, and just a little nudge for Fleet Indian, and she's on her way and just blows them away in the final furlong. Fleet Indian by 4.5 on the wire. Star Celebrity second, Shady Lane third.
Fleet Indian picking up her first stakes victory of her career after beginning her career with a number of wins right in a row. She tailed off a little bit against a little better company, given some time off, and here rebounds with a 5-length victory over Star Celebrity. Shady Lane rallies into the third spot. The winner, Fleet Indian, is a dark bay or brown daughter of Indian Charlie from Hussalita by a Fleet. Bred in New York by Thomas and Lakin and owned by Stan Fulton. Trained by Jimmy Toner and ridden to victory by John Velasquez. Fleet Indian covers the 1 1/8 at the Big A in 1:53.4. We're going to head overseas now for a pair of stakes races in Tokyo, beginning with the Japan Cup Dirt run on Saturday afternoon their time. $2 million for older horses going 1 5/16 miles. Let's head to Tokyo in the Japan Cup Dirt.
They are ready, quite a few toey in the middle, including Tap Day. Away they go, and Higher Game dipped as they started. A pretty even dispatch other than that. Getting away well was Seeking the Day. Utopia bursting up on the inside. Back on the fence, Lava Man got away well. Utopia goes past the winning post the first time. Out wide is a Judy Mitsuno trying to get out from the outside gate. On its inside is Personal Rush. But as they go around the corner with 1,800 metres to run the first time, it's Utopia from Seeking the Day. Judy Mitsuno has used up a lot of energy to get up on the outside to run second. Back on the fence and travelling comfortably is Lava Man. Outside it is Personal Rush, then back to Time Paradox. 1.5 lengths back to Sakala. Then 2 lengths back running is Eccentric. On the inside is Star Kingman. Moving around on the outside of them at the moment is the favourite Kane Hekili. Then back midfield running Gene Crisis. Tap Day looks under sufferance on the fence. Then back to the Sunrise Bacchus. On its outside is Higher Game, Hishi Atlas, and last of all is Shooter Kit the God Run. Down the back straight they go at the Tokyo course, easing the pace down slightly. In front is Utopia, outrunning second, and 2 off the fence. Still moving on is a Judy Mitsuno. Then back on the inside to Seeking the Dyer, doing it tough. Out wide is Personal Rush. Inside it is Time Paradox. Lava Man has travelled well the whole journey. Then back to Sakalat. A further gap back to Star Kingman. On its outside, Kane Hekili. Eccentric is still there. Back on the fence, moving up Sunrise Pegasus. Then Tap Day, who's losing ground. Outside Tap Day moving forward at the moment is Gene Crisis. Pegasus. Then further out wide, Atlas should have get to God Run, and last of all is Higher Game. 600 metres to run. It's Utopia doing it bravely in front, leading from Seeking the Dyer. Judy Mitsuno's done it tough out wide. Time Paradox, Sakalat, and here comes Kane Hekili. Time Paradox, it's still leading the way, Seeking the Dyer. They've got a cat Seeking the Dyer. Kane Hekili looms up on the outside. Time Paradox running on, and here comes Sunrise Bacchus late. Kane Hekili puts his head in front. Star Kingman along the fence might beat them all. Star Kingman and Kane Hekili. Star Kingman under vigorous running from Get to Snow. Seeking the Dyer in the middle. Kane Hekili, it's a three-way go. They go to the line, locked together in the middle. Seeking the Dyer has won from Kane Hekili and Star Kingman. Then Time Paradox back to Sunrise Bacchus. A further gap further to Shurikita God Run.
Kane Hekili picking up the victory here in a very exciting stretch run. Kane Hekili splitting horses and getting the victory over Seeking the Daya and Star King Man. All three noses on the wire, very close together. The winner, Kane Hekili, is a son of Kiseki from Life Out There by Deputy Minister, bred by the Northern Farm in Japan, owned by Kaneko Mekoko Holdings, and is trained by Katsuhiko Shumi. Ridden to victory by Yutaka Take, Kane Hekili covers the mile in 5/16 in 2:08 flat. We're going to head right back to Tokyo now in the Japan Cup turf, also a Group 1, $4 million, a mile and a half on the turf. Let's head back to Tokyo and the Japan Cup turf.
In goes Ouija Board, and Big Gold, number 18, will be the last, and they'll be set for the 25th Japan Cup. They're ready, racing. Oh, perfect dispatch. They broke as one. Alcacer perhaps a little slow away as they got into stride. Quickly getting away on the fences. Tap Dance City began well, and Big Gold out wide with Storming Cafe as expected. These are the three we thought we'd take it up early. It's Tap Dance City going past the post the first time from Storming Cafe. Big Gold third. Back on the fence is Admire Japan. On the outside of Admire Japan is Cosmo Bob. Sitting out wider is King's Drama. Back on the fence is Lincoln. Then in the middle is Heavenly Romance. War Sun traveling midfield. Outside it is Ouija Board. Bargo and the Internationals are together with Alcacer back on the inside. Then Zendo Rob Roy. Back to Better Talk now. On its outside is Sunrise Pegasus. Then Heart's Cry. Further gap back to Suzuka Mambo. And last of all is My Soul Sound. Down the back of the straight they go in the Japan Cup. It's Tap Dance City and Stormy Cafe. Tap Dance City won it 2 years ago, trying to do it all the way again at the 1400 metre mark. It's 4 lengths back to Big Gold on the inside. Cosmo Bolt running fourth, then back to Admire Japan. On its outside is King's Drama. Then comes Admire Japan. Heavily Romance. Ouija Board getting closer. War Sun back on the fence. Alcacer on its outside. Bargo. Then back to Better Talk now with Zendo Rob Roy. Sunrise Pegasus. Heart's Cry, 4 lengths away, Suzuka Mambo, and last of all is My Soul Sound. They approach the 900 metre mark. Tap Dance City still going along in front, out by 3 from Stormy Cafe, then 4 lengths back to Big Gold, Cosmo Bulk, then making ground Better Talk now, out wide is Heavenly Romance, back on the fence Admire Japan, up comes Alcacer who's picked them up there, and back on the fence is Lincoln losing ground. They get to the top of the straight, still Tap Dance City in front, out by 4 by Stormy Cafe. Here they come, the Chargers. Here comes Ouija Board. Ouija Board and Alcacer. Out wide running on is Heavenly Romance and Zendo Rob Roy joining in. It's Tap Dance City, Zendo Rob Roy out wide, and Sunrise Pegasus even wider. It's Alcacer and Zendo Rob Roy. Zendo Rob Roy puts his nose in front. Alcacer fighting back. It's Frankie Dettori's race and getting home late. Heart's Cry out of the ground. Did he get up? Don't know. Alcacer, Heart's Cry. Then came Lincoln back on the fence. Ouija Board. Zendo Rob Roy ran out of puff. Then out wide was Sunrise Pegasus. Bargo back on the fence. Admire Japan. Tap Dance City. Cosmo Bob.
Alcacer picking up a victory under Frankie Dettori. Another terrific ride by Dettori, picking up the win by a game margin over Heart's Cry with Zeno Rob Roy, who won this race last year, picking up the 3rd spot. A really exciting, 2 very exciting races here, obviously, as Alcacer ends up with a stakes record performance here. And when we get to the final time, that is a brilliant time. The winner, Al Qasid, is the son of King Mambo from Chesaplana by Niniski, bred right here in Kentucky by Clovelly Farm, owned by Michael Charlton and trained by Luca Cumani, ridden to victory by Frankie Dettori. A new record for the course set at Tokyo Racecourse at 1.5 miles on the turf, 2 minutes 22 and 1. That's going to wrap it up for a busy edition of Horses and Courses. Thank you for joining us. We hope you'll be able to join us once again next week for more stakes racing action from around the country. Until then, I'm Jean Wood. Have a great week at the races.